100 views. 100 views in just 3 days. Damn. I had never expected this much attention so quickly for this little passion project of mine. Of course, the end goal was to become extremely popular and attain thousands and thousands of views, but still, 100 views in just 3 days? Jesus. 100 views. 100 views in just 3 days. My empire's expanding faster than I expected. Soon the name Brent will be engraved on everyone's mind. That was my best impression of M. Bison from Street Fighter. Capcom, if you're listening to this, please hit me up. All jokes aside, I am so flabbergasted by the fact that my first episode was able to become such a hit so quickly. Okay, I know it's been an entire month since my last episode, but I have been pretty busy lately. I have had 5 summer camps that were all a week long over the past few weeks. Luckily, I was able to record this episode at the hotel I was staying at for the final camp. Along with 100 views, I also managed to get 12 subscribers and 5 comments, and over 6 hours of watch time. For a 25-minute long video, that means around 14 people had watched the video from beginning to end. Now I know that might make the previous 100 views feel a little inflated, but 100 views is still 100 views, my guy. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure like 15 of those were from me every time I refreshed the video to see the view count. But still, knowing that 14 people had actually given my episode a listen, it brings a tear to my eye. I just wanted to use this time right now to say how thankful I am that this show was able to garner so much success. And in just the first episode too. I am beyond grateful to anyone who had gotten word out about this show. Several of my friends had told me that they had given my episode a listen and that they enjoyed it, and they had also gotten word out about my podcast. And to them, I can just say thank you so much. Thank you for all those who were able to watch the show, and please get the word out about the show. The only way currently how the show is being publicized is by word of mouth, as well as any posts I make on my social media accounts. So whatever you do to help get the show more attention, I am grateful for it. This episode will be the first of many in which I get to interview a person, the person in particular for this episode being my brother, Brandon. Now you might be thinking, Brent, this episode is long as balls, man. And my response to that is, you are right. We recorded for around an hour and a half, and we were able to trim it down a little bit. I know I said in the previous episode that I plan on making each episode around 45 minutes to an hour long. Consider the extra length of this episode to be a gift for how well the previous episode had done. You might notice in this episode the constant amount of buzzing occurring in the background. Me and my brother had recorded this episode in the middle of a hotel room, and not a really good hotel room if you could tell. Additionally, you might hear a lot of fumbling with the microphone as you are hearing right now. All of these sounds were caused by the fact that we recorded on top of our bed, so the mic was not on a flat surface and we had to keep adjusting it all the way through. We also had to keep the audio quite low. We had guests all around us because we were in a hotel, so we had to be aware of how much noise we were making to avoid causing disturbances for others around us. With all said and done, how about we go into the actual episode now? Thank you for giving this episode a listen, and I hope you enjoy your time on the B Road. Hello, listeners. Welcome to TheBRoadAhead, a podcast made by a friend for friends. I am your host, Brent, and this is my special guest for today's episode, my brother, Brandon.
Hello.
This episode is going to be an interview episode where I'm going to be interviewing my special guest. And he will be answering questions and possibly giving helpful advice to the listeners.
Helpful advice? What kind of advice can I give?
I'm going to start off by asking a question I plan on asking everyone else that I plan on interviewing for later on episodes. That being, if you could make a signature ice cream flavor named after you, what would be in it, and what would its full name be? Brandon, would you like to give your answer?
You know, I'm the only guest in the show.
So far.
No, like for this episode, so you don't need you don't need to be like, hey Brandon, you want to give your answer?
Answer the question, please.
I gotta think about this one. Like, what would it be called, and what flavors would it be?
Yeah, like you know how like celebrities like Robert Downey Jr. so have like their own like
Ben and Jerry's,
Shirley Temple stuff. I don't know.
Right. Well, hard to think of a name right now, but like, I'd go for like a sort of strawberry shortcake kind of ice cream. So like you get the vanilla base and you throw in a couple of strawberries and vanilla cake chunks in there. Maybe some marshmallows and whipped cream on top. I don't know what I'd call it though.
All right, so like if you like Brandon's what? Brandon's strawberry blast. Nah.
Brandon's berry bonanza. I don't know. Maybe I can throw
Brandon's bright and early blast. Brandon's bright and early brew.
Brandon's brew. Brandon's bakery. Brandon's bake.
Brandon's Broadway venue. Okay, done with that part. Now, I'm going to address something that we plan on doing for the later portion of this episode, and that is play Street Fighter. Little do you know, we are both Street Fighter experts. I am more of an expert of him, though. So, let's first talk about the history of Street Fighter between us. Back in January 2023, following my birthday, I will not tell you my actual birthday at this moment. I'll save it for when it actually happens. Following my birthday, I would buy a bunch of games on my Nintendo Switch eShop. One of them being the Street Fighter 30-year anniversary, which I got for $12. As of now, we have like 60 hours in that game.
More. Actually, I'd say we have more because we've been playing in school, and when we're not playing together, we play with other people or alone.
Yeah, we've been playing Street Fighter a whole ton, so it's really been worth the money. And before it, neither of us had real fighting game knowledge except for Super Smash Bros. So, what's it like to live in a post-Street Fighter world now that you've been exposed to it, Brandon?
Well, now that I've experienced the masterpiece that is Street Fighter and its amazing game and masterpiece and stuff, I'd say I am now recognizing different references that the game has made in media and culture alike, as well as making connections between this game and other games, most notably other fighting games.
Beautifully said. Also, it allowed us both to pick up other fighting games that I've bought. So, hopefully on this channel, I will also be posting videos of us in our fighting game adventures. And now this is gonna segue into our next bit. After every question, we are going to play a round of Street Fighter for fun, and nothing else.
Go ahead.
After each round, we'll say who the victor was, and hopefully keep a tally for the rest of this episode, and then we'll continue with my next question. Okay, so we're gonna play our first match now. Bye. We're back. I just won that first round.
Oh, dang it.
I just won that first game. I was playing Ken, he was playing Ryu. I beat his ass using my critical art.
Oh, dang it.
Anyways.
You want to explain what happened with the controller there or no?
Also, Brandon's controller was tweaking out the first round. But
both rounds, they can't move right.
But we did fix it.
We did not fix it.
It was not? Okay, fine. Hopefully it'll be fixed by the next time we play. Anyhow, The next question I have is, what is the worst thing I have ever done to you as a brother?
You kicked me in the balls once. I remember when Dad.
Please elaborate on this scene.
I'm about to. When Dad first bought the thing in the basement where it's like the disco light thing that like shines lights everywhere.
Yeah, we have a disco ball light situation in our
Yeah.
basement.
Well, when Dad first bought that, he brought us all down there and was like, "Hey, look at this, guys!" And we were dancing and stuff. And
We started to cut a rug or something.
no, I was just chilling, right, doing a little boogie, and you kicked me in the
Yeah.
balls, and I cried.
Do you
And
remember how old you were? How old I was when this happened?
This is when you bullied me. You used to bully me
It
a
was
lot.
back in my bullying phase. Oh yeah, I used to be a huge asshole as a child.
Beat us up. Me
And you guys are just big old pushovers. That's probably why.
me and Bryce, yeah, we just suffered.
Yeah. Oh, we have a younger brother, by the way. His name is Bryce. He might be on the show later. I don't really have
don't
any.
think so.
I don't have any intention of letting him on the show, but
I remember when you used to beat up like everyone. I remember you beat up Garrett once. Yeah, I feel like Taekwondo ruined you as a child because you just had this massive power trip when you started taking Taekwondo. And
children should not be exposed to karate or any.
no,
style of
you shouldn't
martial
be.
arts.
You shouldn't be exposed to karate martial arts. We were taught to use it.
It will
only for
ruin
self defense, and you use it for the dark.
the dark
evil.
arts.
You and yeah, you just like beat me up, and every chance you could, like, you walk into my room and you like punch me or like kick me or like pinch me or something. I wouldn't do anything because I knew if I started fighting you, we'd both get into like a big fight.
And I'd probably win.
Not if I tried.
Whoop.
I'm not.
Want to put that to
I'm
the
not
test?
continuing this.
Let's consider this.
I'm not continuing this.
You don't have to. Let's play another round of Street Fighter, loser. End of the second game, and I crushed his ass as M. Bison.
Oh, dang it.
Two stalked him. He was playing poison. Got his ass whooped. He jumped right onto my projectile.
I thought I could jump over it. Like, it'd go under me fast enough, but I guess not.
Oh, shut up. Next question. What is it like being the oldest child in a family?
Terrible.
Can you please elaborate?
Can I say I'm Asian?
Okay, well, that leads me to my next question. What is it like being the oldest child in an Asian family?
Terrible.
Can you please...
Terrible.
As
Terrible.
a middle
Terrible.
child, how do you think it's like being knowing that I am considered the best of us three siblings?
So, like, when you
I'm a middle child, by
when
the
you
way.
make like something for the first time, like a new recipe or something, you do a test run, right?
Uh-huh.
Once you're done with that, you're like, yeah, it's not really that good. Let me do something better to improve on it. It's pretty much what our parents did. This is their test run. They made
You
me
were the
first,
test run.
and they're like, you know what, this isn't working out. Let's have someone else be better. Let's make a better child. Have him be more successful, and that's how they had you.
And that's why I am the one leading the podcast. Yay! Oh, anywho, eldest spawn, let us put our birthrights at stake here and play a third round of Street Fighter. Okay, end of the third game. It was the closest one yet. I was playing Fong, if you're nasty. He was playing Blanca. He took the first stock. I won the other two, though.
Oh, dang it.
This is not going to be a bit. Please.
What?
Also, apologies if our answers and discussion haven't been too substantial for you. We are both noobs when it comes to making a podcast, and I only have one episode under my belt. He has none.
Right.
Okay. I want to talk about
Well,
it.
this is my first podcast, technically. This is my second time being on a podcast, so.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I made one of my friends, my senior year of high school. I had a friend. We'll call him George Washington. Cool guy. I met him in cross country my senior year. He was a junior. We became friends, and he invited me to a podcast. So I biked down to the school in the middle of summer, and we sat there. He baked a cake. We tried it, and he interviewed me for his podcast. And yeah.
Lucky.
So technically, this is both of our second episodes.
Do you want to plug him in? Do you think he's...
If I can find his podcast, I'll plug it in, but that's a big...
I'm just kidding.
if.
I will only plug in people who pay me or I am friends with.
I want to go into your comment section and
Dox
paste
me.
a link of his YouTube channel into the comment section, or
Okay.
even the podcast video itself.
All right, let's talk about a topic we mentioned briefly in a previous question. We are brothers. It is in our nature to fight each other.
Really?
I am going to fight you.
Oh.
But
Oh, dang
what
it.
would you say are some things that managed to bring us together over the years?
You just stopped being a dick one day, and that was nice.
Would you be able to elaborate on what exact time or like day this was?
No, I can't because I don't remember when you transitioned between being a dick to not being a dick.
Would you think it's due to COVID and quarantine, like allowing
No,
yourself?
it's just like before COVID.
7th grade.
I don't know, man.
What do you think had sparked this period of growth in
Maybe
you?
I think when I went to high school, I think it's when.
When you left middle school, so 7th grade, yeah.
Oh, for you, yeah, 7th grade. But for me, it was Tuesday.
M. Bison reference. Damn.
You just stopped bullying me and beating me up, and that was
You just stopped being a pushover, I guess, because you're freshman year. of high
Dude,
school.
I was the exact same. So I think you just stopped. Like, I think you just started tolerating
Yeah.
me, and
I
that
don't know,
was
I think
enough.
our dad whooped my ass a little bit too hard, and then I changed for the better, I guess.
And you used to like, I don't know what happened. You started like showing me memes or something on your phone, and be like, "Hey, look at this funny
Well,
video."
I got my phone when I was in freshman year.
Oh, maybe it was computer then. Maybe I got. I don't know.
Remember one time you added me to like your like friends group chat in like school using Schoology? Remember Schoology?
Yes.
Middle school.
I remember Schoology middle school.
Our school had implemented Schoology as our interface for all interactions within the school.
Yeah, pretty much.
And me being the impressionable child I was, I saw your guys' and your cool server. I was like, I want in. Because I saw memes and memes are funny. And I remember when you added me, you're like, okay, I want to set a few ground rules. And you left an entire like essay, like long paragraph stating the different rules. Or like, in case I were to like say a bad word or do something I wasn't supposed to, there would be a penalty. I didn't read any of that though. I went to the bottom of that paragraph and sent a picture of that one SpongeBob guy going, "That's a load of barnacles."
I remember being so controlling on Schoology. Like, I remember...
You were like the center of
always
your friends group chat, I think.
Yeah, because I always was the one who made the group chats. Like, I always like, yo, let's make another group chat. And I was always telling people, yo, check your messages in Schoology. Because usually they never check them, and I always, like, leave messages for them. Or, like, add things to the group chat. Like, I had, like, a lot of group chats going on. It was just, like, I loved being in control.
You had a Discord server that lasted like 3 years? 4?
Yes. Once we left middle school, we no longer had Schoology, and I had no way of contacting my friends because none of them, like, I don't know, not all of them had phones. But for some reason, we all, like, had computers or something, so we all got Discord. And I was like, yo, make me like, high power on this. Because I was like...
Oh, you didn't own the server at
I didn't own it.
Who owned it then?
We'll call him Stephen Hawking. Yeah, he was the person who started it, and it was originally me, him, Chris. I think Abraham came in a little bit afterwards, and Peter came in after that, and he invited like Gus and Alex and a bunch of other people. But yeah, he was the one who started it, and I was like, yo, this is sick. Let me be a moderator on this, and he's like, sure, why not? So he made me moderator, and I was the only moderator because it didn't really matter if you were a moderator or anything because it was just a small server. Yeah, it's a small server. Nothing happens in it. But I like having the power. And eventually he's like, I'm bored of being the owner of the server, so he made me this server owner. And Chris got so mad at it. He was like
power hungry.
Yeah, he wanted part of it, and I made him like the highest ranking admin for somehow. And yeah, it was like a lot of like power hungry and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know anymore. I think I still have that sense of like the need to control things in terms of like communication with other people, because whenever I make group chats, I'm always the one who's like, who makes that. I always get everyone's like contact
You're always the one
information.
who takes initiative when it comes to.
Yeah, like I'm always asking, hey, what's your number? Or like, hey, do you have like any social media I can add you on? And then when everyone wants me to be like, hey, it's like a group chat. I'm like,
Can I
oh,
just
well,
say-
I have all the contact information, so I can make it myself. So
For
I'll
your
make
summer
it.
camps you've been to, did you start group chats?
Yes, I
Or-
was always the one who started. Except for the one I went to in Alabama, I started all the group chats.
Okay.
I made like
So the one for your
so the one from was it Wisconsin?
the
I
one-
mix up Michigan and Wisconsin all the time. But the one in Wisconsin, there was like I got like everyone's phone numbers. I got
Damn.
some of their social medias. Like so people who didn't give me their phone number, they gave me like Snapchats or Instagrams, and from there I got their phone numbers. I was always the one who made the group chats. I made like 3 group chats when everyone gave me their phones, and then Alabama. I had everyone's phone number again. Someone who didn't have all the phone numbers made the group chat, and I was like, you know what, you do you. I don't like you guys, and so he like, I didn't make a new group chat after that. Like I just let them do that on their own because I didn't really like those people. But for Colorado, yeah, I made like
Colorado, you
5
did Colorado
group
too.
chats because
Jesus.
it-
I'm assuming some are from like a project you had to do.
no, because it only happened after Colorado ended.
Oh.
So like I made a group chat and they're like, hey, let's add this person to it. Like, oh, I have their number. So I made a new group chat. And like, hey, let's add this person to it. Like, oh, I have their number. So I made a new group chat. So I'm always one making the group chats. And
For the
I kinda
Wisconsin
like it.
camp, some other kids like, hey, write down your phone number on this piece of paper, and I'll make a group chat. Little did I know, they wouldn't do that, or they did make it, sorry, but they didn't add me. It was only until later when one of the people on that group chat, I asked them, because I had his Snapchat, I asked him, hey, can you add me to this so-called group chat? And he said, bro, it's already dead. It's only been like 3 days since it was like the end of that camp. And to be honest, I'm glad it kind of died out, because I did not really bond with any of those people except for like 2. But I think I already like deleted both of them from my Snapchat because I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like my group chat. I love the people in my group. So my group chat was really nice. I like being in contact with them. I'm still in contact with some of them still
That's
from
nice.
Wisconsin.
I think one of them like still likes my Instagram posts or whatever.
But I think it's just you being you.
Calm down. But also like at the recent one in Tennessee, I got the feeling that some people in my group were creating one, but they specifically didn't ask me. Like they asked the person right next to me who was in my group, but they didn't ask for my contact information. And can I just say, thank fucking God. I do not like these people at all. They were some of the most annoying people I've ever met. Do not. Sorry. Tennessee people, you're all right. Tennessee. Okay. Spoiler alert. JROTC. Tennessee people. Calm down a tad bit, please.
I'm gonna agree with you because one of the kids from Colorado is from Tennessee. I'm gonna call him by his last name because it's a weird last name. His name is Shackle. So yeah, Shackle, you're cool and all. We made a nice bridge together, and it won first place for the bridge building competition. It held like a lot of weight, bro. It held like 1,000 times its weight. Like it weighed. Hold on, let me remember this. It weighed like 60 ounces. Or not ounces, 6 ounces. Yeah, it was in ounces. No, 0.6 ounces. My bad. It weighed 0.6 ounces.
Such a riveting conversation.
Held 37 pounds, and we won first place. Anyways, Shackle, you're cool and all. Like you're funny, but like, dude,
Dial it back.
yeah, dial it back a lot. Like he'd get up in your face whenever he's
I
talking
think
to you.
it's
He'd
mainly
be
just-
so. He'd be like, if you want to talk to you, he'd come up to you beside your shoulder, like, hey, yo, you know this guy? Yeah. He'd get right up in your face and like talk to you when he doesn't have to. But yeah, that's Tennessee.
All right. Want to do our next round of Street Fighter?
Oh dang it! Sure.
Okay. Okay. I lost that round. We had a double KO for our round 2.
I can't stop winning.
I was playing Falk. I was playing Zeku. I kept trying to like do cool shit, but he kept on like hitting me out of it.
Somehow last time I played Falk, I also won.
Because I was playing Zangief, and Zangief suck. Grapplers suck. You gotta get close. Maybe Alex is fine. I'll play Alex next round, hopefully. If you haven't guessed already, we are Asian.
What? We are?
My next question is, what is it like being raised in an Asian household? If you can describe the experience and like any like specific qualms you have.
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Do you
Terrible.
do not
Terrible.
do this again? All right.
Okay. Yeah, you know those stereotypes where like, hey, you're Asian, right? Yeah. Like, how strict are your parents? Very strict. Yeah, that's true. Like, have you seen Crazy Rich Asians? Of course, yeah, if you're Asian, it's the law.
It's our birthright.
Yeah, it's a requirement to maintain your Asian citizenship. I'd compare our parents to the mother in that show, in that movie.
Eleanor Young.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Michelle Yeoh played the same character.
No, Eleanor Young, wasn't it? Because it was Nick Young's mom, and unless they're both last names are Young.
Oh wait. Well, good thing we have the internet right here. Eleanor Young, Crazy Rich Asian. Yeah.
Yeah, Eleanor Young.
Soon
Yeah.
Young. Well, I was.
Sung Young. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was right.
Yeah, like I remember what was it? Yeah, my parents got mad at me for having a couple B's and the rest of them are A's. Yeah, they got mad at me. I remember I once failed a math test in freshman year. They didn't know about it, but I retook it and got a great grade. And I know for a fact that if they found out about it, they would have like disowned me
their
or
lid.
something. Like I swear, they would have like kicked me. They would have like
Made you do
kicked me out of
like
the house or
squats.
done squats.
Stand in the corner and do like squats.
Do your squats. Yes, father. What are your experiences, struggles as an Asian?
A lot of weird like relative gatherings that like we just have to like go to and like accept.
That's just Filipinos, though.
We're Filipino, by the way. We'll talk more about that on a later episode.
Like I met a couple other Filipinos in from different places. The last one I met
Are
was
there
from
any other Filipino
Colorado.
kids at Do you know any other Filipino kids in your campus?
My campus.
By the way, my older brother Brandon is going to his second year of college. I'm entering my senior year. If you haven't seen the previous episode,
I haven't seen the previous episode, so I didn't know that.
oh well,
Good to know you're
now
going
you
to your senior year of high school. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know any other Filipino. Do I know any other Filipinos? I'm trying to think so hard if I know other
You can
Filipinos.
you can obviously recognize. Filipino ba?
Filipino ka ba?
Filipino ka ba?
Filipino ka ba?
Pinoy.
Pinoy. Opo. Oh, Jollibee.
And just say, if you ever meet a Filipino kid and if you're also Filipino and you're watching this, bridging that gap leads to the best relationships, best friendships.
Yes, I remember in Colorado I met a Filipino. Like we just kept talking about like our struggles as a Filipino, and it was like the best like friendship I made there. We kept talking about like a lot of stuff, like oh, do your parents do this? Oh yeah, my parents do this too.
Yeah.
Oh, do you do this in like family parties?
It's just
oh yeah, I do this
it's
too.
all the sharing and relating that makes it the best experience. Like knowing that, like, all right, you can prove that you're not unique, but still at the same time, you know that others have been through that same experience, which is good.
I remember she tried teaching me, like she kept getting like.
Oh, was it her?
Yeah, it's a she. She's like, oh, you don't speak Tagalog. El Bozo, because she spoke Tagalog, and I felt so.
We need to learn how to speak Tagalog.
Yeah, we need to learn. I wanted to learn.
We know the words that
behind
matter.
My parents, she taught me a phrase.
Can you want to share with the audience?
Magandang umago, or wait, it's magandang umago or umaga magan. No, yeah, it's magandang umago po, which is like good afternoon, po. So like if you meet like Tita or Lola, you go up to them, oh magandang umago po, and then they'd be like, oh you know Tagalog, oh. And they'd be like, oh, so happy, and then they'd be like, no, I don't know Tagalog. Like, oh man.
That has been our Tagalog learning segment. Tune in for next episode where we teach you salamat po.
Hindi, opo.
Shut up.
Wala.
Calm down. Also, a small tidbit right now. We are recording this in a hotel room. Not a good hotel. it is also close to nighttime, so we're going to keep it down to avoid getting like a
There's people running in the halls, like laughing and stuff.
yeah. We'll avoid getting a noise disturbance complaint. Yeah, but they'll do whatever they're doing outside still.
To be honest, this is a 2-star hotel. I don't think anyone's going to care.
Is it a 2-star hotel?
Yeah, I looked up on Google. No, I looked up on Google Maps, and I hovered over the name of the hotel. It literally says a 2-star hotel underneath.
What about the previous one you were at last week?
Well, I thought it was worse than this. No, this is a lot better.
Huh.
The only thing bad about the other one was the smell. To be honest, I got used to it after like the first day.
You get used to smell. Like here, like there was like we smell smoke. Like
I love the smell of smoke. Like smell of smoke is fine for me.
Secondhand smoking.
I've just had enough like friends' parents who smoke to like get used to the smell. Garrett's.
I was gonna say Garrett. Was it Garrett?
Yeah, Garrett.
I don't play around a Street Fighter.
Sure.
Back to it. I won that round. I was playing Vega. He was playing Laura.
Oh, dang it.
Buzzer beater. I hit him with a critical art literally in the last second. What a way to go.
I was so mad because I almost got you that second round, and you would have gone to a third round.
We would have. My next question is, what is the best TV show or movie we have watched together?
Well, there's two answers to this question.
Give me your first, please.
Because
at the moment,
one, together we watched. Okay, well, actually, there's a bunch of answers to it. Now that I think about it, because
you watched a lot of stuff together.
We watched Umbrella Academy together. That was amazing. Although third season ending was terrible. Like they had so much potential introducing the new characters for this Team 7 or whatever. I guess it's called the Raven Academy or something in that alternate timelines.
Spoilers.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no one watched that show anyways. It's a bad show. Fourth season's coming out.
I heard. Yeah,
looks promising.
It's the last season.
Finale, your final season.
Final season, which I'm upset about because I wish they could do more seasons, but I understand.
I want it to be put out of its misery at this point.
You know what Neil told me?
What?
He apparently you know the band My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
I think the lead singer or something or the drummer is the person who wrote Umbrella Academy.
That's funny.
Which is why it has some okay story writing, some good story writing, but like the music choices, like My Chemical Romance.
Bad, yeah.
Sell
out over here.
Womp womp. Yeah, Umbrella Academy was really good, except for the third season. Second season was
it's
great.
A promising show with a somewhat okay storyline and like something like characters that you're meant to love, but
in the third season they just ruined it.
Yeah.
Like first season was great. Second season was amazing. I was like, awesome, third season's coming out. Let's watch it and it'd be the best. No. They ruined everything and like no.
Yeah, they really spat on your face in the third season.
What else did we watch? We watched anime. Was
anime.
JoJo. I love JoJo.
JoJo no Kimi wa Eyes of Heaven.
JoJo no Kimi no Boken. Eyes of Heaven. Yori to say.
Okay. But JoJo, really good show.
I'd say like my favorite anime.
People hate on it, but that's because it's popular. People like say, it doesn't make too much sense. What's this bad story writing? It's like, shut up, it's an anime.
It's good. Like, just appreciate it.
It hits
good.
all the good parts.
Like, it was very emotional for me sometimes. Like, that's how you know it's good writing. Like, if I feel like, if you feel emotional from it, yeah, it's good writing. Then again, I cry. I feel like crying at a lot of movies with sad parts in it. So
I'm gonna cry like during like 2 movies. I'll say that for later.
I never actually cried during a movie, but I feel like crying in some movies.
Harry Potter, somehow. Calm down.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's the only part I cried on. Yeah.
You cried at Cedric Diggory's death.
Cause like the father's reaction was so like gut wrenching.
Yeah, the reactions are always what gets you. But my second answer to that question was like the show that we started, but you just dropped, Doctor Who. Yeah, we watched like the first 2-3 seasons together. Then you
to
stopped
the
watching.
11th Doctor, like or like the introduction to the 12th Doctor, I think. No, it was when Claire arrived. That's when I.
Wait, you stopped at Clara?
Yeah. So
That's the
11th
middle of
Doctor.
that's the middle of 11th. Yeah. Why did you stop at Clara? Clara was like one of the best.
I don't know. We just stopped getting
companions.
DVDs, I guess.
That's true. We had
Or
to
maybe
watch it
no,
on
you kept
DVR.
on watching still, but like
I kept watching. I love Doctor Who. So
I don't know. I just felt like hard to like get back into it once you start like watching it. I guess there were a few good episodes, like the 12th Doctor. Peter Capaldi was really good, and
Peter Capaldi was like an amazing Doctor. Like the show hit until 13th Doctor. No offense to Jodie Whittaker,
yeah.
but like, I think it's just bad writing because after Peter Capaldi left, they like, I think every new Doctor they create a whole new like.
they had to have
they bring a whole new like,
personality, new like character. Basically,
not just that. Like every time there's a new Doctor, they switch out like everything, like cameras. They switch out like
really
like the cast and like the crew.
they
Except for
fire all of the directors,
like when
makeup artists, caterer providers.
they don't fire them. They just like get like new ones who come to the show.
replace them
They don't
with
replace them. Like they
people.
just add on to the crew and stuff. Because like you see the jump in quality from David Tennant's to Matt Smith's Doctor. Yeah, like
Yeah,
it was amazing.
that
like,
was the biggest
The
shift.
set changed. It was a lot more colorful. The Doctor was a lot more like
and
like
visual
bright-
quality. You
yeah.
can change. You can like
you can
see,
see
it's, like, more.
you can see the quality of the camera.
It's more sleek.
Yeah, like in like David Smith's
Who's the Ninth
David
Doctor?
Tennant, David Tennant, Ninth Doctor, that was Christopher Eccleston.
Yes, yeah.
He was a good Doctor, but unfortunately,
Fine.
with
he didn't
his-
like the show. I guess
he liked the show. He just had a disagreement
Falling
with
out.
one of the writers or something. One of the cast crew members. He had a tough time working with them, so he just said, I'm out. So unfortunately, I would have
They
loved to
had-
seen him as a Doctor for longer.
He
But-
still attends like Comic Cons or like events,
Yeah.
and like
He-
does signings. So like, good on him for like at least being faithful to the community.
Yeah, but back to Jodie Whittaker. Like she's a great actress.
Women.
Originally, I blamed it like, oh, it's a woman. It's not gonna be good. But no. The first few episodes were good. Like the first few episodes were great. Just like some characters, are just not written well. Like
That bald white guy.
Did you?
I don't know who he is, but he always looks like a lackey.
Peter Capaldi's companion.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, to be honest, but he was, I don't know.
Looks like
I have
a
no
goon.
idea when he was introduced. I forgot he was a character. I forgot when and how he was introduced. I forgot how he stayed. I forgot how he left. I think he died. Like a lot of companions
the
die.
companions. Spoiler alert! But like, if you're watching Doctor Who without knowing that,
Yeah,
you're in
like
for a treat.
yeah. To be honest, if you're not watching Doctor Who, you probably won't watch it. But I recommend it. Also, like I love like keeping track of like like every Doctor Who episode, there's always one person who actually dies, and I love keeping track of that. Like who's gonna die this time? Are there gonna be more? Are there gonna be less? Nope, just that one.
It's
Sometimes
weird.
more.
Miss or like art teacher back in elementary
Miss
school.
Kim
Miss name redacted. Yeah.
You can can you put her last name in?
I'll censor it.
Okay.
Anywho, our art teacher back in elementary school, God bless her heart. I don't know if she's still alive. I don't know her
Of
current.
course she's still alive.
How old is she?
She's not that old. She's like 50, 60.
She's fairly fit, but she's also an art teacher. So
Yeah, there's that issue of like income and stuff. She's not like
I don't know if she still works for though as well.
yeah, I don't know if she works there. I can
But
ask-
she was a nice
yeah.
teacher. I was always an art kid. She watched Doctor Who, and sometimes like, I would try to be smug and be like, "Hey, I know what's hip. I can understand what the teachers talk about and talk to the teachers because I'm a teacher's pet, I guess." And I'd say like, "Hey, what are your thoughts about Doctor Who?" And she always says stuff. I always say stuff in return. I think we talked a bit about like the 13th Doctor. Surprisingly, like it's that old.
Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, I think.
Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, each Doctor lasts for like 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm
Bollocks.
surprised. David Tennant had like a bunch of seasons in his time as a Doctor.
Because it was
And
popular.
it lasts like five. Each Doctor lasts like 5 years. David Tennant had like a lot of seasons. Peter Capaldi had a lot of seasons. I think even Matt Smith had a lot of seasons. But like, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
How long was the gap between 8th and 9th, if you remember?
Doctor?
Yeah, like between the shows.
It was at least like, because the Eighth Doctor only had like, I'd say in total like one episode, because he was shown in like maybe 2 episodes total. He was shown.
What's the one with the scarf? Is that the 7th?
That's the scarf was like the 5th, or
Oh.
4th. The eighth one was like some unknown guy, because he came in in a rough time for Doctor Who. Bless you. He came in a rough time for Doctor Who. I don't know what happened, but they just like stopped filming for some reason. So he came in after the Seventh Doctor. The Seventh Doctor got shot, and when he landed his TARDIS, he landed in an O block or something. He got shot and died, and
As one does.
He regenerated in the what are those called? Like the places where like doctors like cut open bodies to see how they died or something.
A morgue.
Sure, a morgue. Yeah, he was on the morgue table. He regenerated.
Autopsy table.
Yeah, and he regenerated into the Eighth Doctor. He had like an episode where he saved a pilot or something, and then the next thing you know, they take a break for like 15 years. He regenerates into the Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, after like consuming. No, he. Yes, I remember. He gave up his body, his regeneration for, to some like.
They love
Space aliens.
saying like this is the final Doctor. But then they're like, oh, we got a lot of money from the season. We gotta bring them back.
It's weird. Like they always like, yeah, there's still. I don't know what happens if I die, because I might not regenerate after this. No, because Time Lords have 13 regenerations.
Not even more.
No, 13. I'll explain later. They have 13 regenerations, or I think
Jesus
12.
Christ.
But
This is not gonna be a Doctor Who episode, but
the Eighth Doctor gave up one of his lives to save another. I think a pilot. He ran to a pilot, and the pilot was dying. He's like, I must save this man from dying. I cannot be the reason why he dies. So he gave up his regeneration to some powerful witches or something. They took his regeneration and gave the life to the other pilot, and he regenerated into Christopher Eccleston.
did it show that, or like did it just like?
It showed that. I think he had like 2 episodes total.
Huh.
One where he landed in O-Block and one where he gave up his life. But yeah. So yeah, Time Lords only have like a certain amount of generations, and they know that they have like 13. So I don't know why they're like, oh, this is my last time I regenerate. But the reason why they still keep going is because when the Doctor trapped Gallifrey into a painting in order to keep the citizens of Gallifrey and Time Lords alive, because they were in the middle of a time war, right? So he stopped them. He froze them in time, put them in a painting so they wouldn't die, but they're still alive, living in the painting. And as thanks for keeping them alive, the Time Lords gave up their regenerations to the Doctor, because they're not going to die. So why would they need their regenerations? So they gave him an unknown amount of regenerations.
Infinite, I'm assuming.
Pretty much, because it's a whole planet worth of regenerations. So.
And they're still like reproducing or something, I bet.
I don't know. I don't know if they're still reproducing or if they just
have
like.
sex? Do Time Lords have sex?
Well, they have 2 hearts. You know, who knows what else they have 2 of?
Oh. Calm down.
So, I don't know. The show can go on for another 50 years or until they run out of money or something. But
Well, the really interesting question is that BBC makes a lot of money from Doctor Who. That's the only reason why they're keeping the Doctor around.
yeah, I want to get back into it, because I stopped watching in the middle of Jodie Whittaker's season.
I think there's a lot of problems with the new one, and like, it might cause concern because like, oh, it's black and gay.
He's gay.
Stuff like that.
I really don't care if he's black or gay. I just want to get back into the show because it looks so fun. I remember Neil Patrick Harris was in one of the specials with
David Tennant. Yeah,
with David Tennant. He came back for a Doctor. He had like 5 episodes. I guess everyone loved David Tennant, so they brought him back to the show.
And Donna Noble's actor.
Donna Noble is back. I forgot her actress.
She was in The Office, but
she was in
we
The
don't
Office.
talk about that.
Yeah, she was bad in The Office, but she was a good in Doctor Who. I want to get back to it because there's a lot. I saw some clips of like Jodie Whittaker's seasons, and it looked nice. So I want to get back into it. So,
Street Fighter.
okie dokie.
Okay, just now we did 2 rounds of Street Fighter because Brandon got an important call from none other than his girlfriend. Okay. I'll let that slide. Only because this ties into my next question. Out of us 3 brothers,
You didn't tell him who won and
Oh,
what
sorry.
characters you played.
First round I played Kage, he played Akuma.
Yeah.
I beat his ass 2-0.
Oh, dang it.
Critical Art, Raging Demon, his ass.
I tried it. You jumped over it.
Second game, I played Alex, he played Manat. I additionally 2-0'd him.
Oh, dang it.
Okay. Now, my question is, why am I doing this? My question is, out of us 3 brothers, you're the only one who has actual experience dating people. So far. What advice do you have for me or anyone else looking for a date?
Looking for a date?
Yeah.
Just be yourself. You shouldn't.
I'm surprised that worked. No offense, but I'm surprised it worked for you.
Yeah.
I'm a younger brother, I can say
I
that.
just got lucky, to be honest. Don't change the way you are just for a girl. I mean, I would have done that, and I'm sure now it still would have worked out.
Yeah, you need some change over there in your gut, buddy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like change the way you are just for a girl, because in the end it might not work out and you would have done that for nothing. But if you're like,
And that is his said girl.
hello, hi.
Okay, we're gonna pause right now.
Jesus, what a long starter segment. Could that Brandon guy ever shut up? I'm just kidding. I hope you enjoyed the first part of this episode. We're already more than halfway through it, but I wanted to include a break somewhere in it. I want to use this time right now to give a little shout out to 2 people. The first one being a good friend of mine by the name of William. William had written a small segment on his blog article about my new show, in which he publicizes what the show will be about, as well as listing a few endearing qualities of it. I know I won't be able to see you around as much because you have recently graduated. Because of that, I am grateful for all the times we had together, and I wish you good luck on all the journeys that await you. By the way, his blog is titled Dominators Today. If you are interested in giving it a look, I'll try to link it somewhere in the bio of this episode if possible. The next person I want to say thank you to is another friend of mine by the name of Danye. My friend Danye had recently started a YouTube channel by the name of SMYUANSM, and on his channel he posted several videos of his online gameplay. He plans on recording more and making edited videos, and had also invited me to appear on it as a guest. Additionally, he told me that he plans on talking about my show on the next episode that he is releasing. So hopefully I can beat him to the punch and get my episode out first. If you're listening to this right now, Danye, what up? Let's do a collab sometime. I'm down to have you on my show, man. Anywho, enough with this boring thank you sesh. Let's get back to the show.
Back to it.
Where was we?
Okay. So, that was a call from his sad girlfriend. So, the question is, how'd you do it? What do you have any advice when it comes to dating?
Just get lucky. Honestly, just get lucky.
Luck.
Just like do what you normally do. If you want to like actively look for a girlfriend and like act on it, go at them. But like for me, I just did what I normally did, and she came up to me. So just get lucky.
Yeah, relationships are like something you stumble upon. You shouldn't really like seek it out, to be honest.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, I mean, like, they don't normally fall right into your lap, but
Yeah, they normally don't.
it's better if they happen naturally rather than like one side pursuing the other, I guess.
Yeah, it's like because if it's one person doing all the work, then it's really not going to be a healthy relationship, and it won't work out well in the end. You want like even effort from both partners.
Yes.
You want like a healthy relationship, one that's gonna last a while. So you want both partners to be actively trying their hardest to maintain a relationship. You want both partners to be like happy with one another, not actively
Pointing out
changing
flaws.
Yeah, like you can't be like, hey, I don't like this part about you, and then the other partner changes that about themselves. Like, no, that's not healthy. Like, depending on what it is, it's like, if it's like, hey, I'm really concerned about like your health and stuff. You should really stop like drinking, or like you really should stop smoking and stuff. Okay, I guess that makes
fatty.
sense. If it's like that, bro, nah, that's not healthy, bro. I say that because like I'm not even that unhealthy yet. My whole family, including you pokes fun of me, bro. Don't even finish that sentence.
I've seen you, buddy.
Finish that sentence, bro.
You're fat. You are fat as balls. You were so fat. I've seen you without a shirt. You have stretch marks now. I used to be the fat one in the family. I used to weigh like 150 or 170 when I was like in 8th grade. But I changed. I had my glow up. I've had my glow up. I think I peaked in like high school, as they might say.
You peaked. That's sad. You peaked in high school. That's sad.
Now I'm stuck making a podcast now. I don't know, but both sides should still like show commitment, show like passion within the relationship. They need to demonstrate a willingness to preserve it as much as they can.
Yeah.
You should be saying this shit, not me.
I mean, you had a good point there. I mean, it's like common sense, you know. Like people act stupid in the name of love. Like when they feel like feeling for someone, they're like, oh, actually, I take this back. You should be like this instead. No, you should really be like smart about what you do in your relationships and stuff.
Well said.
Thanks.
Since we did 2 rounds last time, I guess let's get to my next question because it ties a bit into this one. You talked about it before, but I want you to address it a little more, without going into too many specifics. How exactly did you meet your girlfriend?
High school, right? Freshman year.
Yes.
It was like freshman year biology, second period.
What classroom number was it?
I'm not gonna say J wing, first floor. I think 122. Miss was the biology teacher. It was first semester. Me being a teenage boy, in a new school, I refuse to look anyone in the eye, and I look around the room. Yeah, so I really don't like I don't like meeting new people. I mean, I like having
Talking to
friends,
the mic.
but I'm not like comfortable with like being the first one to start conversations and stuff. So I just look around the room, get to see who my classmates are, and she's like in the same room as me. She's in my class. She's in the opposite side of the room as me, but you know I don't pay too much attention because like there's a lot of people. It's their first day of school, you know. Cute girl that she's like. Cute girl sitting in the classroom. I can't do anything. I'm not gonna stand up. Hey, what's your name? Can I talk to you later? No, that would have been embarrassing. That would have been terrifying. I just look. I take note of who's in my class. I see her there. Like, okay, cool. Second semester rolls around. New schedules for everybody. I get third period biology. She's not in the same class anymore. R.I.P. Oh well. Also, class moved to second floor.
To a real one.
But oh well. I have to pay attention to who my new classmates are. Made a friend there. His name's we'll call him Bread.
And cut to senior year, you're actually now dating.
Yes. So 2 years later, or I guess 3 years later, it's second semester of senior year. I'm sitting there in the cafeteria, beginning of school, because I get there early because the bus, for some reason, picks me up from school like an hour and a half earlier than school starts.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's terrible. So I'm sitting in the cafeteria on my computer with my friends. My friend, she's like, by the way, Brandon, yeah, do you know I have a friend who thinks you're cute. I'm like, that's funny. That's funny. That's so funny. I don't believe that. And so I'm like, I'm in denial. And the next day she's like, yeah, my friend thinks you're cute. And I'm like, okay, I don't believe it. What's her name? And she's like, I'm not telling you. I'm like, okay, then why are you telling me this? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you at all. I'm like, so why are you telling me all of this? And then she gives like a hint. She's like, well, her last name has these letters in it. And she tells me the letters. I'm like, okay, cool. So It's Thursday. I go home. I look through the yearbook. I have no clue who it could be. So I just forget about it. So Friday rolls around, and she's like, "So did you find out who it was?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Oh well, that's too bad." The weekend rolls by, and the following Monday I come to school. I meet her in the cafeteria along with my other friends, and she's like, "Were you on Snapchat at all this weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on Snapchat like multiple times a day." And she's like, let me see that. So she goes to my Snapchat, opens up my recently like added me stuff because I apparently I looked at who added me recently, but I just never added them back. My girlfriend added me, and I didn't know who it was because I didn't recognize the name. But my friend was like, "Oh my God, you're so stupid. She's right here. She added you." And I'm like, "Oh my God. That's the person. Oh my God." So I got home and I added her back that day. I didn't say anything the first day. I just added her back. I got home. I looked up the yearbook and I saw her. I'm like, "Oh, I recognize her. She's from my biology class." And the next day, next morning,
You had a really good impression of her then, if you remember her back from like freshman year biology class, like first semester.
I recognize like a lot of people from my class, like faces and names.
Well, no, like 1,000 kids were grade level as well. It's kind of crazy.
1,000 kids, yeah, but like to be honest, you really only see like half of them at most. You're not gonna at most if you're lucky. You get to see like half of them because at my graduation, I'm like, wait, that kid's my grade. I've never seen him in my life.
Yep.
Anyways, Tuesday rolls around, and my friend's like, "Did you say anything to her yet?" I'm like, "No, I don't know what to say to her." And she's like, "Oh my God, you're so stupid. Just say hey or something." So I say hey, and we start chatting, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then history. Yep, the rest is history.
Can you, if you can, describe your first date?
First date. Well, we hung out a few times before the first date. I invited her to my orchestra concert.
As one does.
Yeah. I invited her to, when I was in my high school's musical in the orchestra pit. I invited her to that too.
Oh, this is good advice if you want to date a person. Get a hobby.
Yeah.
Get an activity.
It's much more impressive if you do stuff than if you just don't do anything. Unless the person you're trying to impress also does nothing. Like if you're both gamers, yeah, it's great. Bond over that.
Okay. I see some shots are fired, but
back to my first date. Well, my first date was on a Monday. There was no school that day. February 20th, I believe, on a Monday. No school. We went to the nearby breakfast restaurant. She ordered chocolate chip pancakes with whipped cream on top. I ordered strawberry and banana crepes. Delicious. I paid for the meal. And then we went to the movies and saw Ant-Man into the Quantum Realm.
good movie, bad movie?
To be honest, I like the movie. But I like a lot of movies. So I don't give the best opinions.
What? Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I posted on my story. Yeah, this is a good movie, and then I got shade thrown at me in the replies like, "Yo, you must have been crazy, bro, for saying this is a good movie." I'm like, I don't see why it's not a good movie. Like, it was a good movie. The only thing bad about it was the way MODOK looks, and that's pretty much it. MODOK looked weird. If he had a better design,
always would look weird.
Well, it's a flying head. What would you expect?
A giant floating head.
You can't really defend. You can't really like make it look any better, but. Other than that, it was a good movie, I'd say. But yeah, that was our first date, breakfast house and a movie. Yeah.
Majestic.
As one does. First dates, I mean, I heard a lot of people saying your first date shouldn't be a movie because you're going to be sitting there. You're just not looking at the person. You're not talking. You're just sitting there next to each other. Like, that's not a good first date.
Well, the thing is, it's a movie. If you know the movie, you can talk about it with that person.
You shouldn't talk in a movie theater.
Shut up. I know a lot more about the movie than you. Hey, do you know who that actor is? That actor plays one of the penguins in Penguins of Madagascar. Did you know that beforehand? No. But now you do. Now you're thinking about the movie in a different context. Now you're going to take more interest in the movie now that you know this new information. Now you'll take more interest in what I have to say because you know this new information about it and the movie. And whoa, I don't know. I have a lot of movie knowledge in my head.
I'm sorry. Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't have. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I wouldn't.
Fight me in the street. Fight me in the fucking street, pal. We're gonna play Street Fighter soon.
No, I wouldn't recommend a movie as a first date. Unless you already know like the person pretty well. Like if you're talking a lot in your text or whatever you use to message the other person, I wouldn't recommend a movie as a first date. You want to get to know the person better.
Something simple that will give you the opportunity to talk to each other, one-on-one.
Like a dinner or a walk through the park, something like that.
A lunch.
Yeah, I was talking I was talking to her for a month before we actually went out for a date and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, time is also key.
So yeah, get to know them.
All right.
Good luck out there. Good luck on getting your partners.
Gotta catch them all. I've been playing Pokemon recently. I got 3 shinies yesterday in the span of 30 minutes.
I remember you caught a girder or a timber or something.
I caught a timber.
You caught a
in
timber.
Pokemon Go in a cemetery.
Cemetery. You were like.
I was like,
crazy about that timber.
I was like, no.
You kept sending me pictures of a screenshot of the
2
timber in your
pictures of it.
Pokédex.
One, but
I asked for pictures of a trip that we went on, and you included the picture of the timber.
yeah, it's like, it was like hype. No, it was picture. Okay, it was picture. You were going ice skating. It was during winter with you and your girlfriend and another friend, and that was the same day I caught the shiny timber in a cemetery. How those 2 events happened on the same day?
Wait, when were we in the cemetery?
So much whiplash.
What?
Fight me on the streets of fighters. Loser.
Streets.
Nothing else.
Streets.
Okay, we played 2 rounds that time because we answered 2 questions.
Yeah.
Both times I won.
Oh, dang it.
First round I played Balrog, you played Rashid. He kept spamming the same kick move. I beat his ass.
Eagle Spike. Let's go.
Second round I played Akira, he played
Urian.
Urian. Yeah. Urine.
I got you 1 round, didn't I?
He did. There's a couple of random questions, I guess. The first one being, describe your sleep schedule.
Random.
Can you elaborate on that?
I hate not getting 8 hours of sleep. So if I fall asleep at 2 in the morning, I wake up at 10.
But what if you have school the next day at 6 o'clock? You wake
I
up.
suffer. I wake up. I go to class. I go back to my dorm and sleep immediately. I catch up on sleep, bro. I can't not get 8 hours of sleep every day.
I've been functioning less and less every day at my school.
I can tell you've been waking up really early and going to bed really late here. So I know you've been getting less than 8 hours. That's not very good for you. Doctors recommend 8 hours. Anyways, I'm trying to get my sleep schedule fixed and where I sleep earlier rather than later. So instead of going to bed at 2, I try to go to bed at midnight, and eventually I get down to like 11 or 10. But that's not going to happen. No. With my workload, there's no way. I'm probably going to go to bed at like midnight at the earliest.
So would you say you're a night person?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. Without a doubt. Night person all the way. I'm a night owl. Not a morning early bird.
It's weird because I am a night person and a morning person because
I think it's just called insomnia.
I go to sleep late and I wake up way early when it should be. Okay.
I remember I did a project about sleep in 8th grade, and I took it so seriously.
Did that, yeah.
What do you mean you did?
Well, I also had a sleep.
It was for
project.
English class.
Oh, I had him for health with
So
Mr.
my-
Y.
Mr. Y? Mr. Yes. No. For my English class, we had to make a presentation about whatever topic we wanted that was like related to that was educational in some way. So we had to teach the class something. And I'm like, oh, well, I saw this funky video from, I forgot what it's called, but it was like an animated YouTube video that was educational, and it featured the odd ones out. And he basically taught like some sleep facts. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was pretty cool. So I'll do a presentation about sleep. And so I made a presentation about sleep. I pretty much like listed like a lot of stuff.
Copied the video.
I didn't copy the
word
video.
for word,
I didn't. No. I included a lot of stuff from it, but I also like.
But you
found
took
some of my own
credit from it,
facts.
I bet, right? You didn't like say.
Yes, and he was my main source of information. Like I literally took a screenshot of an image from the video
And you included it in your
put it
presentation?
in my presentation. Yes. But I learn a lot from it, and I take it seriously. I always get 8 hours of sleep, even if I sleep late. You know what? Fish don't have to sleep, yet they choose to do so. In fact, in Finding Nemo, when in the beginning of Finding Nemo, when Marvin or whatever his name is, Marlin, when he
Fake fan. He hasn't watched Finding Nemo. This guy hasn't watched Finding Nemo over here.
bruh, when Marlin was like sleeping with Nemo, yeah, it's fake. You know, they don't sleep.
So you're saying this entire family died due to them just like deciding to pursue like the life of like material or like luxury or something?
Material girl, yes. Yeah, they didn't have to sleep. They did, and his family died. So what he gets? That's what he gets for
Perks of being
disobeying.
a basic bitch.
That's what he gets for disobeying the Mother Nature's rules and stuff.
Let's go into one final question, and then I guess we can like end. with
Oh,
one
dang
final.
it!
Okay, calm down. Can you share a memorable childhood moment of both of our lives that stuck with you throughout all these years?
No.
Well, there you have it.
That's the end of the podcast. No, I'm trying to think. Like, I normally remember a lot of stuff, but like a memorable childhood experience that's like good to share. I mean, I could talk about the times we were put in timeout, put in the corner for like. I remember like our uncle would like be like, "You didn't eat your food. Stand in timeout for 8 hours until your mom gets home."
Do 100 jumping squats now.
I remember. Okay, yeah, let's just do this. I remember one fond memory was like we were standing in timeout because why would you sit?
never sit in timeout, loser.
The only time you sit is if you're doing wall sits. So we were standing against the wall, and I saw.
What was his problem?
I just think he doesn't know how to deal with children.
He only had John Henry, yeah.
He was John Henry for at the time. I remember he was playing like 8-ball pool, and I was like watching him play from the timeout corner. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Why do you want to know? No talking in timeout." I'm like, "Okay." And then like, I remember other times like he mortify us as children with his Frankenstein mask.
He had a Frankenstein mask. It's in our closet now. We still have it. It's like in our like basement closet.
I opened the closet one time looking for something.
Jump
and
scare.
I literally like. My heart like skipped when I saw it, like I jumped when I saw like there's a person in the closet.
The trauma kicked in, or was just like it was like it was an ugly mask.
It's an ugly mask. Like it was an ugly mask. Like it was like so terrifying when because he had like his black trench coat or something and he'd put on, so it looks like he was like a shadow moving in the night. And it's like around. I feared Halloween season. I feared October because that's when he started scaring us. Like I remember he put he took a long tall lamp. He put a stuffed animal on it and put the trench coat over it, and then he made it look like there was a tall guy standing in our room. So when we walked in there, it was like a tall silhouette just standing in the corner, and I like screamed so loud and called him over. And when he showed me it was a stuffed animal, I beat up the stuffed animal. And then another time, I remember he was like,
"You scamp."
We were watching TV, and I heard someone above us from upstairs, like whispering, and I looked up, and I saw him like looking over like the balcony of our house, looking down into the living room, and he was like in his mask. Like, oh my god!
Can I just say
it's him? It's the Frankenstein
he has
man.
Like weird pupils, if I can say it. Like he has like the white to like pupil, like black pupil, like white part of the eyes to black part, I guess. He has like small like pupils, I guess. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Like, it's kind of weird. Like when he stares at you, it is. Like,
I haven't seen him in a long time, to be honest. I don't like going to his house.
He's mellowed out, I guess, but that's probably because we're older now, and we realize that what he's doing is literally just like child abuse.
Child abuse. Like I feel like I could call CPS on him and be like, "Hey, he's like emotionally scarring his children, and his nephews. But to be fair, it really isn't much of anything because we're just like scaredy cat wimps.
Also, we're Asian, so
yeah, I mean, like
get
we
used to it.
like. He's just trying to scare us with a Halloween mask, and he's punishing us for like things that we actually deserved.
Remember? Okay, so our uncle has a wife, and she used to work like
Really?
Okay, calm down. She works like downtown, I guess, and we have to pick her up at a train station at like nighttime.
Oh, I remember that.
Because of that, him being the great guardian, decides he has to like take us with him on the car ride because we can't be kept at home by ourselves. And because of that, we have to go ride there. It's at nighttime. We're sleepy. We have to wait for his wife to show up, then take them back to back to our house where like we'll go back to our beds and sleep. But if you decide to fall asleep in the car, he will not wake you up. Instead, he will pull up inside the garage, leave with his wife and with you sometimes because you decide to like wake up as well. You're like, was that telling me? And then you go enter the house while I'm stuck in the garage. He turns out the lights. He shuts the car down. He like locks the car, so you're like stuck in the darkness in the car with nothing you can do. All you can do is scream and shout, let it all out, and hopefully he would come and open the door, I guess.
I remember that too. I remember he did that to me once. I was just so shocked and scared. I was in the
garage,
right? And like I just like sat there silently. I'm like, to my younger self, I thought like, if I made any noise, the monsters would get me for the deadness.
Yeah.
So I just sat there silently, and I just like sat there silently crying and like silently screaming, and then like I was like hoping and praying that he would like open the door, and it felt like an eternity in there.
Yeah.
He did the same thing too in the middle of the day. Like I remember we played baseball, right? He took me to baseball practice because apparently mine was right after school and yours was like a little bit after, so you weren't there. But like I fell asleep in the car, and he pulled up to baseball practice, and he left me in the car, and I woke up, and I looked to the side and I saw them, like all the baseball kids practicing on the baseball field, whatever, and he wasn't in the car, so I was just locked in the room in the car watching him. I have no clue where he went because he wasn't down there at the baseball field.
This might be like Stockholm syndrome or whatever. But what if he's just given his extra time to sleep because he's like, oh, these boys need more sleep. What a weird way to end this episode. But what could make it weirder? One more match with Street Fighter. So, here's how it's gonna go. On the count of three, we're gonna choose we're gonna yell the name of a character we're gonna play as, and then we have to stick with that character, and we'll play with that character.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Armika. You said Abigail?
I said Abigail. You said Armika.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be seeing you guys on the other side. We'll let you know how the outcome goes, and then we'll end the episode afterwards.
Okay.
Well, I won.
Oh, dang it.
Okay. That concludes today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully there are more episodes to come after this. More people to interview, more people to interview me, I guess. More topics to talk about. This is not the last time you'll be seeing Brandon. He'll be a repeat guest, I guess. And maybe if he wants to, he can also lead some episodes. Maybe. Big maybe. We have more stuff planned for you. We might be doing playthroughs or like videos of us playing video games. We have a lot of games on our Steam catalog. Street Fighter 4, 5.
Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 2, regular Street Fighter if you want.
Street Fighter 1
if we can get the Switch hooked up.
We're still figuring out how to connect the Switch to Steam. Not Steam. Connect the Switch to Windows. Some other games you have on Steam include Celeste, Five Nights at Freddy's, Guilty Gear, Hollow Knight, Persona 5 Royale,
Portal,
Portal 1 and Portal 2. There's a co-op mode. Yeah, we can probably do
you
it.
can do Portal 2.
Maybe. Pixel Gun? Who knows? Fear and Hunger. That's a big one. I'll be saving that as a surprise treat.
What about Keki's Twisted Bakery?
Where is that? Oh, shut the fuck up. Well, also, as we talked about before, we're big Street Fighter fans. By the way, I won that match. I didn't think I said yet.
Oh, yeah. Dang it.
Oh, I did. Sorry. Anyways, little do you guys know, there's a Street Fighter movie that came out in 1994 starring Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia.
Whoa.
We have reacted to that movie, and we have recorded our audio of it. So, hopefully, if I can get it to work, I will be editing our reaction to the movie and posting it, hopefully barring copyright laws or whatever, because we're in a free country. We have opinions.
Ooh, freedom.
Love it. Anywho, thank you so much for watching this episode. I wish you all the best. Thank you for joining me on the B Road. Bye bye.
Bye. See ya.
Congrats, you finished the episode. Well, not yet, you still got this last segment to work through. This is Future Brent here, leaving this little message in after I finish editing the rest of the episode. This episode is way longer than I originally anticipated it to be. At this current moment, I can't tell if that's going to be the new common goal. You'll just have to wait and see how the other episodes do when I finally get around to actually making them. Once again, I want to give a shout out to my friend Danye, who has a new YouTube channel up, and he plans on releasing a bunch of new content on it. Find his channel on YouTube by typing in SMYUANSM. Additionally, I said at the end of the episode that I plan on releasing an edited video of me and my brother's Street Fighter movie reaction. However, at this current moment, that would have to wait because the software I plan on using to edit that video, I'm still trying to work it out. Also, I have 2 hours worth of audio that I need to edit down, so it'll take me quite a while. I also plan on releasing these episodes on Spotify as well, and maybe Apple Podcasts. You'll have to wait a bit on that, though, because I'm still trying to work out how to make a new account and whatever. Besides all that, there's not really much else I can say. Also, we played 10 rounds of Street Fighter this episode, and I won 9 of them. Hooray. I'm trying to aim for around 2 episodes a month. Sadly, I won't be able to do that for July because I was busy for the first half. But hopefully in August, once the school year starts, I'm able to become more efficient and productive. Also, when the school year starts, I should have more people to interview. If you are a student at my school and are interested in being a guest on my show, please let me know. If there are any questions or topics you would like me to discuss on later episodes, please let me know. There should be a form linked down below in whatever platform you're using to watch this episode. If you had any problems with this episode, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll try to fix that issue for later episodes. If you wish to reach out to me personally, you can use my Gmail account, TheBRoadAhead@gmail.com. You can follow my Instagram account, TheBRoadAhead, and follow my Twitch, where I plan on streaming games. I will release the edited videos and the VODs once I get around to actually playing those games, though. Without any further disturbances, I guess I would like to end the show now. Thank you for giving this episode a listen. I hope you enjoyed it from the beginning to end. I'll try to get one more episode out before the summer ends. If not, don't blame me or anything. Or sure, just do blame me, I guess. I'm kind of lazy. With no further things to talk about, I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer, and thank you for giving this episode a listen.